you got to be careful when it comes to the topic of possession, because it's actually been attempted, at least, to be used in a court of law. Have you all heard about the trial of Arne Johnson?
No.
How's that spelled?
It's A-R-N-E. His middle name is actually Cheyenne, which is really fancy.
C-H-E-Y.
Yeah, C-H-E-Y-E-N-N-E. And then Johnson, spelled like
Johnson.
Now, kind of an interesting little tale. Let me tell it to you. The trial of Arne Cheyenne Johnson is also known as the Devil Made Me Do It case.
Seriously?
I think I've heard of this, right?
It's spooky.
It is the first case of someone using demonic possession as a defense in a murder trial.
Really?
Now, it all began on July 3rd, 1980.
1980?
1980?
Was the first time someone thought to do that?
Yeah.
That is insane.
God damn. In the history of murders. The first time someone used Devil Made Me Do It was 1980 in America.
Because everyone before that, surely,
Wait a minute. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Damn it, man.
surely everyone thought, there's no way they're going to buy that if I say that. There's no way they're going to go.
Thousands of convicted
sure,
murderers.
kid, get on the bus.
Exactly. Sitting in prison
The bus to
the
jail
Devil
town.
Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
The guys are like, nah, get the fuck out of here. That's not going to work.
It's so great that you're not disturbed that someone did it. It's that took them that long.
It just seems like it should have been a thing
I
already.
mean, the first thing, why'd you kill that person? Demons, totally demons.
Damn, demons. Shit, man. You gotta watch out for those.
Get
On you go.
On your way. Now, it was July 3rd, 1980, as previously stated. Now, Arne Johnson and his then fiancée, Debbie Glatzel, Glatzel, G-L-A-T-Z-E-L, Glatzel, had just moved into a new rental property. That night, Debbie's 11-year-old brother, David, woke up screaming. He began sobbing, saying that he had seen, quote, a man with big black eyes, a thin face with animal features and jagged teeth, pointed ears, horns, and hooves. The Beast Man told David to beware. The vision shook David to his core and even changed his personal demeanor. He went from being a happy, playful child to a quiet, nervous, and sullen little boy.
This is after he had this vision?
After having the vision of this Beast Man. And the nightmares continued. David had visions of the Beast Man, telling him he was going to devour his soul. Cuts and bruises began to appear on David's skin. At night, Arne and Debbie would hear strange bumps and growls from the attic, but they could never find the source. Then, David began to see the Beast Man when he was awake, and even during the day. He said the Beast would appear as an old man with a white beard, dressed
with pajama pants.
No, it is flannel. It is flannel.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so you are describing yourself.
It was slightly crooked, this beard.
His friends described him as a dick.
And he had a 24-pack of Natty Ice.
Promo.
I'm cutting back. It's an 18.
But couldn't that also be like Santa Claus?
Well,
All the rumblings on the roof, all him tussling around
does
off-season,
kinda sound
practicing to get down the
Oddly
chimney.
Santa Clausian.
Santa.
Yeah, off-season Santa's got a cross train.
He's training. This is his training
Now,
ground.
on the Home and Garden Network. Off-season Santa.
Well, the actual description before we went off on a rail was an old man with a white beard dressed in a flannel shirt and jeans.
Oh.
So there's no damn way it's me, because you ain't going to see me in jeans. Finally, they turned to a priest. They asked him to come to the house and bless it. This had little to no effect. In fact, it seemed to maybe make things worse. The sounds in the attic became louder. David's dreams and visions became more frequent and more violent. Then, it got even worse from there. David started to hiss and growl at his family. He began to speak in multiple voices. David would quote from the Bible and even Paradise Lost, for some reason, a book that there's no way he'd ever read.
By Milton.
At night, someone would have to watch David sleep, as he would awake several times throughout the night and even had to go through violent seizures. Finally, at the end of their rope, the family reached out to the only people that anyone in this situation could look to for help. Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Goddamn saviors.
Friends of the show.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Yeah, they had to go to him. They had to go to them. And so Lorraine later recounted her first meeting with David. And she recounted this to People magazine, where you go to for real paranormal information.
Of course. Where else?
She said, quote, "While Ed interviewed the boy, I saw a black misty form next to him, which told me we were dealing with something of a negative nature. Duh. Soon, the child was complaining that invisible hands were choking him. They were then red marks on him. He said that he had the feeling of being hit. They determined it was a case of possession, and they brought in other priests and experts to examine David. At one point, it was believed that David was possessed by a total of 43 demons. And that's demons. And I put the extra A in there, like DEA, so that's demons.
Yeah, like
Demons.
So much worse.
43,
so much worse.
though? That's
43.
It's a lot.
Right, but it's 43 after, like, out of 77 million. Days.
Yeah. There's a lot of demons. There's a lot of demons out there.
True, but 43 is still, that's like a school bus worth.
Well, I mean, what do you
That's
think?
like
They take up physical
That's
space?
like the football team and the band.
I can't stop thinking about a school bus of demons right now because it looks so damn cool.
And some wearing shoulder pads and some having like trombones
and shit.
Yeah, and some being like majorettes.
Yeah,
totally
going
wanna-
for it.
I want to go on that
Blaring
field
white-
trip.
Blaring white zombie.
All
wouldn't
in
they?
one kid's head.
And their fight cheer is "Give 'em hell," right?
Now, they put David through a series of, quote, lesser exorcisms. You know, just mild, soothing
Right.
spa exorcisms, you know. With,
Reading out loud at you.
Yeah, like with some
Just like,
eucalyptus.
hey, get out of there.
Come on, buddy.
Get out of there.
What'd you scoot? Now, during these events, David was said to have levitated, stopped breathing for long periods of time,
Jesus. So dying.
and at one point started claiming to know the future and saying that, oddly enough, Arnie would eventually commit murder.
What?
This is ridiculous.
So, as most of our stories are. Then, during one of the last exorcisms, Arnie fucked up. And fucked up bad. In the middle of an exorcism, Arnie taunted one of the demons.
Oh.
He told the demon to possess him.
No.
Even suggesting that the demon was too afraid to do so. He basically called demons pussies and said, "Come on, what you got?"
He basically said, "Hey, demon, jump!"
After this amazingly great idea, the Warrens told the local police they might want to keep an eye on Arnie.
What did it, like the
They're like, "Hey guys, I want to watch this guy for the next few days." Now, a few days later, Arnie claims that the demon attacked him while driving. He said that a demon took control of the car and smashed it into a tree. Arnie was luckily unharmed. Now, after the incident, Arnie was drawn to an old well on their property. He claimed that he knew that that's where the demon lived. And Arnie says that this was the last time he encountered the demon while fully lucid, because after looking the demon in the eyes, he became fully possessed. Arnie began to retreat into himself. He would, like David before, growl and hiss at nothing, and said that he himself could now see the Beast Man.
I mean, I get like that when I have like severe indigestion or like heartburn. When I'm like,
I tried the Taco Bell fries last night. I felt
Those are
exactly the
so
same
good.
way. I was like, I need...
A painful release.
yeah.
No, the painful release is a few hours after you've had the fries.
Oh, yes, yes,
that's
the
the
morning
true
after.
painful release
Yeah.
right there.
All right.
So finally they decided to move to a new property that was rented to them by a man named Alan Bono. Or Bono. Could be Bono, could be Bono.
One was talented and one was an Irish musician.
Oh.
Got him.
Hey.
Fucking shots at you two. I like it.
I'm all
What's
about
up,
it.
you two?
Now, on February 16th, 1981, things went from bad to murder. Arnie called off work and spent the day with Debbie and Debbie's 9-year-old cousin, Mary.
Was Mary, so Debbie was his fiancée?
Fiancée.
Okay.
Alan Bono came over and decided to take them all out for lunch at a local bar. What could go wrong? Lunch at a bar.
Oh
Points.
Now, according to witnesses, Alan and Arnie both began to drink rather heavily. Because, why wouldn't you? So afterwards, they all returned to the kennel where Debbie worked. She was a dog groomer. And so, She groomed dogs.
I know, but it's
what's
like-
so damn funny about dog
I mean,
grooming?
it's just-
1980, it's acceptable to kick kids out and just get fucking hammered.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah,
and then-
totally.
So they just
I
brought
was
a
one of them.
9-year-old out
Yeah.
and then went to a dog kennel.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasted.
I guarantee you I had that exact same afternoon with my mom. I guarantee you. I went to Lyman right there next to Dog Track. I guarantee you.
Dear
Simpler
diary,
times.
got to sit at the bar today with mom.
Had to pet a dog. Only had 3 legs.
Good day in the Ellis household.
P.S. How is a dog with 3 legs so fast? Lost a lot of money.
Okay. Afterwards, they all returned to the kennel where Debbie worked. After some words between Alan and Artie were exchanged, things began to heat up. The reason for the argument was never revealed. But at one point, Debbie and Mary tried to leave, but Alan grabbed Mary and refused to let her go.
Alan is
the owner of the new home that they moved into, who
Gotcha.
took him out to lunch.
Gotcha.
But who goes
Yeah.
to lunch with their
Yes.
landlord randomly? Like, that's weird.
Because he said he's going to take him to a bar.
I'm not going to bar lunch with my landlord.
Hold on. Okay, wait, Trey. Watch. Hey, man, you want to go to a bar?
Are you my landlord?
Touche. You win this time, Kaz.
That's great.
Alan Bono grabs Mary, the little girl, and refuses to let her go. At this point, Arnie began to growl and hiss. Debbie moved to get between the two, but she was too slow. Arnie swiftly pulled out a 5-inch pocket knife and stabbed Alan repeatedly. Alan died hours later, suffering from 4 or 5, quote, tremendous wounds. They actually used the word tremendous to describe wounds. One of the wounds stretched from his stomach all the way to the base of his heart.
Oh, I don't use a pincushion like that.
Yeah, so he really went in for the gutting right there.
Wow.
Now, Arnie fled the scene and was captured 2 miles away and was held on bail of $125,000. The trial took place on October 28, 1981. Johnson's lawyer attempted to submit a plea of not guilty by virtue of possession, but it was quickly rejected since it was impossible to prove in a court of law.
Yep.
The jury deliberated for 15 hours and found him guilty of first-degree manslaughter. And by the way, remember, you can't say manslaughter without laughter. And they sentenced him to 10 to 20 years in prison, and he served only 5.
What?
Wow.
Yep, only
So
5.
Wait,
Alan totally
how?
died, right?
Dead as hell.
Okay.
Dead as hell. On a scale from 1 to 10, he was dead.
What would you give it? Okay.
The couple are still together, and their story has been told in multiple books and TV shows. So regardless if you believe in demons or demons or not, if you ever attend an exorcism, do not, I repeat, do not coerce a demon to enter your body, because it just might take you up on the offer.
That's interesting that you see both sides of this.